Hello and welcome to this episode of the Karate 360 podcast. My name is Kalan Anglos.
I'm Richard Mosdell.
And this episode is brought to you by Shotokan,
world's most popular karate style.
If you want to do Shotokan, find the closest Shotokan dojo to you and register now.
Look for the tiger.
And the Shotokan people.
And the circle with the red sun.
There it is. Let's get started.
Karate 360, let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that you love. Brought to you by Shotokan. Karate
Sanrokumaru. Yes, hello to the Shotokan episode. Nothing but Shotokan all day, all night. We are now the Shotokan 360 podcast.
That's right. We forgot to tell you, last week was brought to you by Goju.
That's right. And this week is Shotokan.
Next week is Shito-ryu.
And you just never know what's after that.
Absolutely.
Just
although the rent's paid by Wado.
Yes, so don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
That doesn't matter. They don't get a day.
That's right. But brought to you by Shotokan.
Yeah, that's what we are.
I have some good Shotokan friends.
I also have some good Shotokan friends. I didn't think about it. I was like, well, do I? But
we do let them into our group every now and then.
Sometimes.
Yes, they oast their way around, and we just tolerate it.
What was the most popular karate styles when you were younger?
When I was younger, when I was really young, we were allowed to interact with anybody else because we were too good.
Whoa.
Too good for everybody else.
Okay.
But Shotokan has always been the most popular.
Yes.
But here in Canada, lots of the styles are popular.
Yes.
You know?
I know for me, it was always going to tournaments, Shotokan. Shito-ryu wasn't very common. Actually, it was usually Shotokan and maybe Goju. Actually, yeah. Goju. And for a long time, I didn't know the difference between Shito-ryu and Chito-ryu.
Yeah, a lot of people still don't know the difference.
Yeah.
There is a big difference.
There is a big difference, yeah.
That's right.
People say Chito-ryu, and when I was younger, I thought, oh, that's the same as me, I think.
Chito is big in Canada.
Yeah,
yes.
Chito or Shito?
Chito.
Chito's kind of
Chito's pretty big too. Yeah. It's hard to know the numbers. Everything's growing yet. We still haven't seen Chito-ryu's sponsorship contract here, so we can't say anything about that.
That's right. They probably won't get an episode.
They probably won't get an episode.
No.
As much as we'd like to.
That's all right. So here we are back at the Karate 360 podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 45. We've almost hit the 1 year mark.
That's amazing.
Can you believe that? I think it was early September. We started. I'll have to go back and double check what the first episode is. But we are almost at the 1 year anniversary.
We used last October to practice.
Last September.
August.
That's right.
We were practicing.
August we were practicing.
Like 5 episodes of practice.
That's right. Yeah. And we were going to record some, but then we screwed some things up, kind of some learning curves, and then we figured it out.
Yeah,
that was me. 100% me.
It's okay. You handle the post production. I accept.
That's right. Right. So here we go. Almost a year. We should do something on our 1 year show.
Okay, I'm just making it sound of like champagne.
Yeah, something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We will definitely celebrate the 1 year mark
somehow. We don't know yet, but stay tuned. And
do we do that on the 52nd episode or 1 year?
I think we should do it on the 1 year.
Sounds good.
52 is just a number.
Well, let's figure out what the actual date was that the first thing.
Sure. Well, I'll go back, check when episode number 1 was, and we'll go from there.
I look forward. This is like one of the highlights of my week.
Totally, absolutely.
All the time.
Talking karate, what's better?
Absolutely.
There we go. What? How was your week this week?
My week is fantastic. Yes, I'm Richard Mosdell. I was brought to you by Shotokan.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm
out. Week has been awesome. Just talking about my week. Today, when I record my daily vlog, it'll be number 90.
90. Whoa, look at you go.
I know. So I mixed it up. Started from yesterday. Instead of doing a Facebook Live, I started adding clips of stuff I'm doing in the daytime, making it like a show.
Great.
So we record a little bit before we do the podcast.
Yeah.
So up to number 90. And I started another daily vlog. Can you believe it?
Another one.
It's called Karate Mat Chats.
Oh, I like that because we do mat chats here in the dojo.
Exactly.
And I like that.
So it's Karate Mat Chats. I do it every morning around 9 a.m.
Be a good segment.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Karate Mat Chats.
Mat Chats.
That's right.
There you go.
I was thinking Karate Mat Chats. Richard's Karate Mat Chats. Mat Chats with Richard. And I said, just Karate Mat Chats.
Yeah.
And I think that theme is I'm going to talk to everybody about what I say in the dojo already, and more. It's for the parents.
Okay.
So 9 a.m. every morning, and I've done 3 of them now. And it's easy and it's great. And that one we do actually through the Kenzen Sports Karate Facebook page.
Right. Okay.
And then I put a copy up on my YouTube channel.
Cool.
But I was watching there's a guy named TJ, and he has a club called Airstrike Martial Arts in Wichita.
Okay.
And he does hang on, let's see, Dojo Dan Dojo Dad Digest.
Dojo Dad
Digest on Facebook every morning at 9 a.m. and he gets like 600-700 people watching him.
Dojo Dad Digest. The triple D's.
Triple D. So I thought karate mat chats, because I've always been thinking about like, okay, what should we do? I should be telling people what we're telling people in the dojo.
Absolutely.
And actually, it's great.
Bring people in.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's great. And if you get, I think you got like 100 people watching it or something already. So if you get 100 people, it's like 100 people in a room.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Great. Did you happen to watch the UFC this past weekend?
I watched the highlights of the UFC this past weekend. Yes.
Big card.
It was a big one.
Big card.
Yes.
Rodney took all my money.
Took all your money.
Took all my money.
Yes.
We had some illegitimate bets going on. I say illegitimate because, we did it. How we did it, there was 4 big main fights. We flipped a coin to see who picks the 2 fights that they think is going to be the winner, and then the other person picks the other 2. And Rodney just kind of filmed himself flipping this coin, and then he put the camera over it. You couldn't really see, and he goes, "Oh, that's tails. That's mine. I win. So I pick." No, I
He's
know
pretty trustworthy.
I know. I'm just teasing. I know it's legit. I'm just looking for anything because I went 0 for 4 on all the fights.
Wow.
and I lost all of them. But it was
they do a matrix. Like he actually makes a board and he puts all the fights and he puts all the. It's pretty complicated. The way I've been there for one UFC show. I watched it in his club.
Okay, cool. So it was a great card, really good card. But unfortunately, none of the fighters I picked to win won.
I see.
I went with my heart, not my head.
Your heart,
not my head. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Everyone goes heart, then head, then wallet.
Yes.
You went heart, then wallet.
That's right. And then that was it.
That was it.
That was the end of it. So it was a really great card, though. But it was good. I lost my money. That was okay. Otherwise, my week has been busy. The theme kind of that's come out in the training has been consistency. I think August is a month to be consistent with your training because it's so easy to fall into this, summer routine or whatever, and just kind of forget or it's too hot or get too tired to go to training and actually get those trainings in. So I've been really focusing with the clients I'm working with here in the dojo, consistent. They come in, train all the time, because when you come back in September, you're just going to be a step above all those people who weren't consistent and didn't come in. So
we need to periodize it a little bit, but you need to not just take the whole month off.
For sure. Yes.
You've been killing it really hard. You need to have something, but you can't just walk away for the whole month.
No, for sure. And it should be, your periodization plan, it should taper, but it doesn't necessarily need to disappear, right? I mean, it's good to take some time off every now and again mentally, but and physically, but if you properly periodize, you should be able to physically get right back in there for September.
Yeah, but we do this thing when we run the club, like we don't walk in, sit at the computer and just, I come in, I look at everything around in the room and think, okay, how can I utilize stuff for the class and get things ready, and then start talking to people. And that for me is consistency too. I have to really make sure that I look accessible to everybody when they're coming in, and for 5-10 minutes beforehand I'm walking around, I'm thinking, okay, if I look motivated, they look motivated, and that's something I have to be really consistent as well.
Sure.
So I think we're talking to students today, like when you come into the moment you walk in the door, you're on. You're checking everything in the club. You're looking. You're trying to help other people out. You're starting to warm up. It's fun to chat, but kind of save the chatty stuff for after.
Sure. Yeah.
I think training is the same. Yeah, absolutely.
It's good.
Consistent.
And then a lot of stuff coming through with my PhD, just meeting with my supervisors pretty much every week, trying to hash out how that's going to look. It looks like we're going to try and get a dynamic flexibility test on the test battery for karate athletes.
Is this a swinging leg one or
something? We're thinking, and I'll probably draw on some of your expertise for this too, is trying to think of some way where we can measure relative to your leg length or relative to
expertise.
Your height.
Can you just say that I need to record it for my
expertise?
Just gonna record that. Thank you very much.
I guess just your knowledge, your depth of knowledge.
Okay, I'll take that.
And how to kick high, but relative to your height or relative to your leg length. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but we're going to put something together. We might put a couple different options together, and then we're going to run a study to compare them to the gold standard actual dynamic flexibility test and see if there's something there. Because obviously for karate athletes, we do like just a kind of, some people do sit and reach, but in our fitness test, we do the leg split, the split stance, which, it shows how passively stretching you can do, but it doesn't show your dynamic flexibility when you actually have to kick somebody's head, right? It doesn't actually show that. So we're trying to refine that one a little bit, running a study on that one, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, because that one you don't want to do a bounce off the floor.
No.
And then to get like an extra swing in the leg.
Yeah.
You almost want like the leg that you're standing on to be static.
Yes.
And then a raise of some sort.
Right now, what I'm sort of working with is like the high jump machine, the Vertec, taking your leg length, whatever that is, and subtracting it from your height that you kick on the actual Vertec. But again, we have to try and control somehow what their stance leg is doing. Is it bent? Is it straight? Does it matter if it's pointed out? How are the hips? So I'm not sure what we're going to do there, but refine something. But anyways, that's coming down the pipeline too.
I wonder how we can do that like in a club where you don't have anything other than...
That's it. Well, that's good with the Vertec too, because then you can just do it on a wall, right? You can just have a wall lined up with a tape measure on it and just have somebody kick up and just have somebody on the tape measure looking at it. So that's also why I thought that would be good. So something along those lines. We'll figure it out.
I like it standing better than doing a split on the floor because it's just awkward.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just awkward. It's just they stand up, they swing, they get like 2-3 chances, and then walk along.
And it's more karate specific, so I think that's important.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
And academics and work.
And staying fit myself as best as I can.
Yeah. How often do you work out?
I try to get in at least 5 or 6 days a week, whether that's an actual gym workout, training, karate or whatever. I went for a run today. I've started incorporating some runs now that my back's kind of looking a little bit better. So I'm always trying to do something pretty much every day.
Great. Yeah. Great. We've been doing swims.
Nice. Love swimming.
Hour-long swims in the lake.
That's awesome.
Oh, right now it's really hot.
Yeah.
Hot for Victoria. But...
Hot for Victoria. Yeah.
Right
it's warm. All right. So let's just dive into a little bit of karate global news. All right, so last week we had mentioned that the USA Nationals was on.
Huge event.
Massive. Massive. We were looking at the results and it was
95 pages of results. We're not reading 95 pages of results.
We're not, but we are going to get into some of the results of the elite divisions at the USA Nationals. Do we know where they were held?
They were held.
They were held.
They were held. They were. I had it written down too. Oh my God.
That's okay. We'll find them. But they did happen there 2 weekends ago, and not all the top players were
Greenville, South Carolina.
That's right, South Carolina. That's right. We know that Tom Scott, Captain America, was at the World Games. Other athletes also were at the World Games, but this is kind of the big premier event, I guess, for a lot of the elite athletes and the junior athletes because they had all ages, but especially for the elite athletes going forward.
So we're going to read out the gold medal results for the elite athletes, 1834. These people are going to... This will hopefully get them onto the U.S. national team or into that selection pool.
Yeah, and it's interesting. The Kumite divisions are 18 to 34 elite, and the Kata divisions are 16 to 34.
In Canada, you can be 16 and go for that.
Oh, that's true. Yep. Yeah, that's true. All right. So we're just going to read the division, and then we will read the gold medalist on that. Richard, do you want division? Do you want athlete?
Well, why don't do we both have the
no, we don't.
Female? I'm just going to do the whole thing for the females then. Use the whole thing for the males?
I'll just go home, I guess.
No, you got to do the male one.
All right, I'll do the males.
Okay, go for it.
Let's do the kata ones first, though. So elite male kata divisions, the gold medalist was Joseph Martinez. And for the elite female kata, 16 to 34, was Sakura Kokumai.
Very good job, everybody.
And the gold medalist. All right, so you do the females.
All right.
This is Kumite.
Bite my tongue there and move on. 1834 female elite Kumite, minus 55 kilograms. Jenna Brown, first place. I think she's from Texas. Good work, Jenna. And the next one on the list is 1834, minus 61 kilograms. Alyssa Fonseca. Ow, she's back.
Nice,
she's
and
back.
Winning gold medals.
Won the gold medal. Brings her onto the team.
Shooting for the Olympics.
That's right. She's from Chicago now, originally from Hawaii. Next is minus 68 female elite Kumite, Ashlev Davis, first place from New York. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And next one is plus 68 kilograms, Maya Wasowicz. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but congratulations. Also from New York. Unacceptable, sorry. And open weight Kumite is Brandy Robinson, first place from, where is HI?
I don't know. Hawaii? No.
Oh, maybe Hawaii. Yeah. Maybe. I'm going to double check. So congratulations to you. Okay, for the guys.
All right, there you go. So that's the female Kumite results. Here comes the male Kumite results. Male Kumite minus 60 kilograms in first place. We have Dan Cabela from Florida. Moving on to the next weight division here, we have minus 67. Brian Martell won the first place from Illinois. 18 to 34 male elite, minus 75 kilograms. Cesar Kalunga from Texas.
Congratulations.
And minus 84 kilograms, Cameron Madani from Colorado, gold medalist. And plus 84 kilograms was Brian from New York. And the open weight championship, I don't know why that's not there. Open weight kumite was Adham Sabri from New York as well. So there we go. First place for Adam Sabri. Those are your male results at the USA Nationals.
Fantastic.
Did you find out where HI is?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. It was Hawaii. So there
yes.
you go. So those are your top athletes in the States right now in the USA Nationals. And again, not all the athletes were there. Some were at the World Games.
Did you see that in their result list for male open weight kumite, they have other countries?
I saw that. That was for the open weight. Adam Sabri, who won, was actually, well, it says Egypt, but then it says New York. You see that?
I wonder if, like, for the U.S. Open, which is the U.S. National Championships, but for the U.S. Open back in April, had he been representing Egypt or something like that? Because if it's in the same software, but that's his name.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? So he could be a U.S. citizen, or he could be a dual citizen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, yeah, but you see that it says Egypt, New York,
Senegal, Georgia.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So there we go. Those are your results. So from the USA Nationals, we found them after extensive research and looking into all our resources and reaching out. We finally found the USA Nationals. Those are those. We'll post those on the Facebook page as well as on the website when we post this episode of the podcast.
Yeah, big thank you to Darren Moore at American Sports Karate in Naples, Florida, for replying to me, and also to Eric as well to replying me that just letting us know where it was. And this is a huge result list, like 95 pages. They have you can be quite young to go to the U.S. Nationals, and they have style only kata divisions as well as open style.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right, so you could win your style, like right now into
this episode brought to you by Shotokan.
That's right. I mean, 9-year-old male novice kumite can go to the national championships. So
it's cool though.
It's very great that they can offer that, and if parents can travel, it's a really good time of year because kids should be out of school, and so they can make a vacation out of it.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Right on.
All right, let's move on to our next little bit of Karate Global news here. This was an article that was brought out by Herald, heraldlive.co. And what we're looking at here is, I'll just read the title and I'll post this. It says, Gangland's Forgotten Children, I Chose Karate over gangs. So this is just looking at one specific individual, 16-year-old Jalen DeClerc from, oh man, sorry if I butchered this name, Krafontein, Cape Town, where drugs, gangs, and peddling and shootouts are very common. And what this young gentleman did is he took up karate to not only build up his self-confidence, but also to have some self-defense skills against some of these people in this particular area. It goes on to say, he's seen murders, he's seen bribes, he's seen everything under the sun in this place, but he uses karate to kind of keep his head straight.
Yeah, he said, I can remember going to school every morning. Gunshots are like alarms. People wake up to that. People go to sleep to that. It's just gunshots everywhere. But here he said he was part of the Goshukan Karate South Africa program and going to compete in the World Goju Karate Federation Championships.
That's great. And it also says there, every time I have my gi on, I feel privileged. Like somebody from townships going to Durban and Johannesburg in Romania, I feel privileged. I'd probably be roaming the streets here doing bad things if it wasn't for karate.
This is so true. I mean, even in North America, first world countries, they talk about like the 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock trouble time.
For sure.
If the kids aren't doing stuff.
Even for people that are in better economical situations than this, like, I wasn't obviously in anything close to this as a childhood, but I can definitely, I think, attest to karate in general keeping me out of trouble, I think. And just because it's keeping me busy, and it does teach you that discipline. That's one of the great things about karate, is it does teach you that discipline and to kind of work hard and work through something. So, I think at any level, competing or not even competing, but just participating in karate is helpful.
The dojo gives you a place to go.
Yeah, totally.
Right? And it's a place where you're going to go work out and work your best. It's not a very expensive sport to be in. And
the whole like mentoring.
What's that?
My parents would say otherwise.
That's true. But I mean, compared to something like ice hockey or
Sure. Yeah. No. Totally.
I mean, even swimming, competitive swimming is so expensive.
Yeah.
There's a competitive swimming club that I used to teach karate at, and like do the dryland training.
Okay.
And there was like a nice break because the kids are like they want to do martial arts.
Right.
So by bringing in a martial arts instructor, it gives them that taste. And the parents would pay $15,000 at the beginning of the year.
Oh, crazy.
That was for the fees, and the fees were like $4,000 or $5,000 a year. This is competitive swimmers, right? But then most of that money is their travel money and they're going to go all over North America to all these events. And so at the end of the year, if they have like 1,000 or 2,000 left over in their account, then it gets applied to the next year.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is great. I mean, most of the world joins karate because parents they want the self-defense, they want the discipline.
Absolutely.
But you know, most of the world they really do want the self-defense. So
there it is. So we'll post this article from Herald Live on the Facebook post as well. But there it is a little bit.
There's even a video there too.
Yeah, so we'll post that on there. You guys take a look.
Right on.
All right, let's move into a little bit of tactical. And Richard,
yes,
I have a question for you.
You need answer?
It's very difficult, but sometimes I wonder when I should go for a belt test. When is the best time to go for a belt test?
This is a really good question. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. It to you on a silver platter.
That's right, since we have belt tests this weekend. Well, number one is it first depends on the belt you're going for. But I mean, the key thing is, have you put in enough classes? I mean, a lot of clubs say you have to have a minimum of classes. We do here. Second is, are you really rehearsed, or you just have classes? Right? That's really, really important. Like, can you get up and perform? And are you not going on a vacation after the belt test? Right? Or you have not just come off 3-4 weeks of not being at karate, but then, I really want to get that next belt. So I'm going to go do I know the test is coming up. So I'm going to do 2 weeks of karate, which is 2 times a week. Yeah. And then I'm going to go for the belt test.
4 classes and I'll be good to go.
I'll be good to go. I'll be flying. So 4 weeks of rehearsal beforehand. And you know you can put in 4 weeks of rehearsal after because you need to get up to speed on the next thing.
For sure. That's a good point. That you also, after getting the belt, as people often see, they work hard up to getting the belt, and then that's kind of like, okay, I got the belt, now I kind of sit back a little bit. But you're totally right. You got a new kata to learn. You got drills to learn.
There are clubs that will let you go for the belt test, but won't give you the belt or the certificate for several weeks until after.
Okay,
right?
Interesting.
Because they want to see like you weren't just hunting a new belt. Yeah. I mean, people always try to earn one, right? So that's that one. But how do you feel when you perform? A lot of people say they're not ready, right? Especially when it comes to a black belt test. It all comes down to performance. What's the easiest way to find out? After class, walk up to whatever instructor you had that day and go, I'm going to show you, am I ready? And let me just look at me for 2 minutes and then give me some honest, self-aware feedback. I think that's the answer. The other thing is, if you do have the attendance and you think you're performing, you're not sure, do the test anyway. Because if you fail, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Black belt tests are famous like that. And like we talked about on the podcast, there's that Japanese archery 7th degree black belt, and he failed the 8th degree black belt 16 times. Cool. 16 years in a row.
Right there.
Yeah, I'll look it up and we can put it on here. But 16 years in a row.
That's crazy. When when I was doing Shidaru years ago, this episode is not brought to you by Shidaru, but it is brought to you by Shotokan. Okay. But when I was doing Shidaru years ago, we had the black with the white stripe. Yeah. So like the junior black belt type thing. Yeah. And Shodan Ho, that's right. And I had failed that. I was only 16, I think, at the time, but I failed that one the first time. And I was pretty upset for sure, but I just waited until I was 18 and did my actual full Shodan. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Which my past.
My first black belt test I did in Japan, I failed.
Oh yeah.
I kicked the Russian guy I was sparring with onto the judge's 8th dan table, knocked all the paper off. Yeah, I was done. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good. Here we are. 1 shot, 1 life. Preparing for the 8th dan Kyudo, which means archery. He fails the 8th dan test numerous times.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll save this so you guys can have a look at it. It's really great because he doesn't get upset at all. I mean, by that point, it doesn't matter, right? So, yeah. So going for your belt test, have the time in, perform it well, and if you've got those two, go test and fail. Doesn't matter. I failed as many black belt tests as I passed. So
That's right. Yep. There we go. All right. Let's move on to a fitness training tip, karate training tip of the week. How do you develop more power? Okay. Remember when we talk about power, we're talking about speed, high speed power. So the difference between power and strength. Strength is slow speed, power is high speed. So we're looking at how do we build more muscular speed? How do we get our legs to push faster? How do we get our arms to go faster? Well, when you're training, you want to utilize something called post-activation potentiation.
Post-activation potentiation.
That's right. You said it like it was a rap.
Post-activation potentiation. Bam.
There it is.
Yes.
Can't forget it now.
Yes.
So what this basically means is that you're activating your muscles prior to doing a powerful movement. So you're activating them doing actually a slow contraction of something. So a great way to do this is karate specific. Say you want to get more speed in your Mawashi-garis. Well, first what you want to do is you want to do some squats. Any kind of weighted squats or any kind of weighted exercises where you're working the muscles that are used by doing a roundhouse kick, like your hip flexors, like your quads. You're doing those exercises nice and slow and controlled, pretty heavy actually, about 70-80% of what you can usually do. And that gets your muscles really fired up. Everything's nice and fired. And then as soon as you're done that, you want to go to your heavy bag or whatever you're practicing your Mawashi-gari on, and then you just want to try and go as fast as you can.
So go right from training your squat
right
to the heavy bag.
No break.
No break.
No break.
Boom.
Right from doing this. You would think, people always think, well, I'm going to be
all
tired.
Fatiguing the muscles, tearing the fibers.
That's not how it works. As soon as your muscles are potentiated, they're going to be able to produce more force quickly right after those squats or right after those exercises.
That's like when we train kata and we throw like the medicine ball around.
Yeah. Totally.
And then right away we go and the kids are like, wow, I actually feel really fast.
Yeah. It's, there's been countless studies on like jump performance and on power development of the legs. And you do just develop more power, more speed after you activate
Tomorrow's drill. Squat.
Kick. Yeah, and you can do the same thing with punching techniques, like doing like any kind of pressing, a bench press or whatever, slow and controlled, and then just go right into your punching techniques, right into your punching.
That's awesome.
And you can just fill your boots with these, same with rotational exercises.
I can just see like rows and rows of people like doing squats, and the other person's holding like the kicking shield, like squats going down. Wow, they kick as hard as you can and go for it.
Yeah. So that's one of the best. That is the best way to develop power in your muscles.
Wow.
Yeah, and just make sure you're working the muscles that are used when you're actually doing the technique. So again, with kicking, make sure it's a hip flexor and a quadricep type of exercise, a little bit of glute, and then same with upper body, chest, shoulders, and core, serratus, that kind of thing.
You know what happened to my right hamstring last night?
What happened?
I was sitting down.
Cramped.
Holy moly.
They're the worst. Actually, the worst is the calf. Calf cramp.
Is pretty bad.
Calf cramp are the worst.
This one, and I just stretched my leg, and then I was like, it hurts. And then I started laughing. I'm like, this is hilarious. I wonder if it can hurt more. Like, yes, it's hurting more. So I think I had stretched a lot yesterday, but I think I was maybe a little bit dehydrated by the time I was at home.
Yes, it's hot around here now.
Yeah.
Probably not drinking enough water. That's probably it.
Drinking water.
Electrolytes.
There we go. Water bottle. Have a clear water bottle. Then you know to fill it up and drink more.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Because I noticed this the last couple of weeks. People are like, go to get their water bottle. Like, oh, I'm out of water. They didn't think. But when you're drinking it, you see it. It's halfway. Go get more.
I'm sure there's definitely something there.
Yeah. See the water bottle.
There we go.
Cool.
So, a couple other tips for you on this fitness training tip in this episode of the Karate 360 podcast brought to you by Shotokan. All right, let's talk a little bit of the upcoming tournaments. This podcast that's just about wrapped up. The JKA World Championships, August 18th to 20th in Limerick, Ireland.
This is where the brought to you by Shotokan thing came from. I saw this.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Not from Ireland. No, this was I saw that this is a big event, and they call it the World Championships because they are still slightly outside of the JKF.
Okay.
Right. So they're gonna pull this off. And because there's what was it? An all nations? No, that was the water one. There was a Shitoru.
I thought it was all nations.
Second Open International Shitoru Karate Championships that's coming up August 4, 5, 6 in Gatineau, Quebec.
So that's this weekend.
But I didn't see that. I saw the Shotokan one first. So this is brought to you by Shotokan.
There we go. Also coming up, upcoming tournament. It's the Pan American Karate Federation Junior Cadet and U21 Championships, August 24th to 26th in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So keep an eye on that one as well.
Do you know the Andes Mountains are there?
Yes, they are. We read over this. I think I taught you that.
That's right.
Perfect. So those are just kind of the two upcoming tournaments or a couple upcoming things in the karate world. And then again, September starts and we're off to the races.
I know people going to the JK World Championships. Yes, good luck to you guys.
There we go.
Don Sharp, Paul Atkins. You know, I know that they qualified. I don't know if Don's actually competing this time, but Paul is. That's big. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Kyokai. That's the Japanese word for JK. Kyokai.
Okay, there you go.
Awesome.
All right, so there it is. That pretty much wraps up this episode of the 9360 podcast.
Episode 45 is on fire.
Fire, bringing value.
And
we're just about a year into the podcast. Thank you, everybody who has been listening, tuning in, watching on the Facebook Live, sending us your comments, sending us your emails,
patting us on the back, cheering us to keep going,
asking us for our autographs.
That's right.
Anything else?
Help us get the press pass to the 2018 World Championships.
Yes, we're going.
We want to be press. We want to be blogging. We want to be talking about it. Interviews, meeting people. Interviews, by the way, I think we should interview people. Oh, because we should, even though we're not an interview show, we should maybe interview people, and
I think we should for sure
let their audience find out about us.
Yeah,
we can cross-pollinate audiences.
Cross-pollination.
That's right.
No,
so if you want to be on the show, let us know.
Even if it's quick, I think we should just grab people and say, hey, get over here.
I think we can record them and then add the audio to it later.
We'll get it.
All right.
You want
to be on the show?
Let us know.
You have 10 million followers. You're definitely in.
You're in. All right. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Karate 360 podcast, guys. I really appreciate it. I am Kalan Anglos.
I'm Richard Mosdell.
And we'll talk to you guys next week.
San Mokumo.